Hey everybody, glad to have you back, or if you're tuning in for the first time, you're in for a treat.
That's right, we have a whole host of news stories coming your way, right here on the Campus Edge.
Welcome viewers, we're glad to have you back for another episode of Campus Edge. Our reporters have been hard at work creating news stories to share.
That they have, and for our first story, I spoke with the Director of Residence Life about how students can prepare for the next semester. The new 2024-2025 housing portal is finally open. Lanie McGrizzles talks all about how to apply and what new things students will see in the next coming years.
My name is Lanie McGrizzles and I am the Director of Residence Life here at Butler Community College. So in order to apply for housing, you first have to be accepted into the college as a student, and then you go to My Butler CC, and there's a green tile that says Housing Portal. If you click on it, it'll prompt you to log in using your Butler credentials, so your Butler email and password. And once you get in, on the left-hand side, there's a tab that says Apps and Forms, and you'll click on that and there will be a Fall 2024 application. You'll fill that out and then we will get it and you'll be applied, and then you'll hear from us again in June to know whether or not you have a spot with us. We have a lot of exciting changes happening here in Residence Life. So the first major change is so this year our women lived in Cummins and our men lived in East, and next year we're swapping that. Our women will be living in East and our men will be living in Cummins. We're doing this because there's more room in Cummins and we find that we need more male spots than we do female spots. So that will help us a lot to get more people into the residence halls. We're also changing from a programmatic model where we just throw together some fun social programs to what we call curricular model. Curricular model is basically saying everything we do needs to have a purpose and fall underneath one of our established goals that we want students to get out of living here. Some of those goals may be Adulting 101, so how do you do your laundry? How do you have healthy confrontation? And so we're hoping that through this model, students will get more out of living with us than just having a bed to sleep in at night. So the RAs are really our eyes and ears in the residence hall to make sure that everyone is having a smooth transition into Butler and that they can get connected, whether that be through clubs and organizations or connected to resources on campus. So some of those resources may be disability services or our health center or counseling. That way they can get the help that they need while they live with us. They're also a great resource for safety and security. They work hand in hand with our public safety to make sure that all of our doors are locking correctly and to make sure that everyone is safe and following our policies. And with that, they get to build really great relationships with students because they're their peers.
Reporting for Campus Edge, I'm Tess Hargrove. Speaking of changes, did you hear about the new special course starting here at Butler?
I sure did. In fact, I spoke with the co-founder of Walnut Brewing Company to find out about their new course teaching Butler students to brew beer.
Walnut River Brewing Co. is hopping out of the alleyways of El Dorado with their craft beer and collaborations with Butler Community College. If you're thirsty, look no further than the brick building on Locust Street.
We are a craft beer brewery. Of course, we just specialize in all kinds of craft beers. We do a wide range of them, from light to dark, to hopefully cover everybody's tastes. Brewing really starts with malted barley for all the traditional styles. We steep the malted barley in water, and that actually lets the sugars dissolve out into the water. It becomes a sweet liquid called wort, and then we actually take the wort and boil it. That'll sterilize it and clear it up a little bit. During the boil, we'll add hops, which impart some bitterness into the beer, kind of give a nice balanced flavor to it. Then we move it over to a fermenter where we add our yeast, and the yeast consume the sugars we get from the grain, and they basically create alcohol at that point. Then after about 3 weeks or so, it's ready to filter, move over to a tank where we carbonate it at, and then it gets packaged in either kegs or cans. Brew is kind of the brainchild of the folks at the college who want to create an educational program for those who are interested in brewing, essentially. So this first class we just did, it was more or less an introduction to brewing. So if you never picked up, any kind of brewing stuff before, you can walk in. We can start you off at the base level, and hopefully when you're done, you are confident, to go home and make your own beer. One of the things I love about brewing is the melding of art and science. Because there is a lot of science behind it, but the creativity you actually have in making a recipe and coming up with the procedures and the end product is really quite satisfying. The passion that people have for making beer. What I saw in my class, it was a small class this time, it was only 5 students, but they actually bonded over the last 8 weeks. They have created their own little clique, and they want to get together now after the class to make beer together. It's always fun to see how those groups become a community, really, and develop friendships, and that's really what beer is all about.
No doubt, El Dorado has a special location to gather and enjoy freshly brewed craft beer alongside a new outlet for responsible students to learn and enjoy. For BCTV and Campus Edge, I'm Sam White.
Time for a short break. Don't worry though, Campus Edge will be right back.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome, we need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Thanks for sticking around. As full-time college students, it can be hard to find jobs that work around our school schedules.
It sure can. That's why many students opt for jobs where they can choose when to work.
Reporter Lanie Wolf has the details.
Hey, didn't see you there. I'm just about to go DoorDash. Did you know that 20 million people DoorDash each month? Come with me while we learn more about DoorDash.
I DoorDash because I have a girlfriend, and with having a girlfriend comes expenses. And also I'm a broke college student. DoorDash is where you pick up food for someone, like, I don't know, like a Pizza Hut order or something, and you deliver it to their house and they pay you, and you don't have to pay for any of the food. It's good to DoorDash because all you're spending money on is gas. The rest of the money you can use on whatever you want. You can work all your hours. It fits your schedule well, so you can study and do DoorDash. You DoorDash while being safe by having emergency contacts, and so DoorDash will send your emergency contacts text messages saying you can track their dash. Earlier today in Wichita, I was DoorDashing, and this is the first time this happened. So me and Lanie were in the car, and I randomly got a little ding ding, and it was a DoorDash for Pizza Hut. And it was about cash, which I didn't know you could do cash on DoorDash. But so what I did was I picked up the order and I brought it to the customer and they paid me cash. And I got to keep the cash. But I think DoorDash sadly takes the money from me.
DoorDash certainly seems like a decent side gig.
Yeah, speaking of extra cash, I could really use some. I've been trying to plan something to do over the summer break, but travel is so expensive.
Well, if you're looking for someplace cheap, why not stay local? El Dorado Lake has all types of things to do, and reporter Daniel Fee went to learn a little more about the lake's activities.
Are you looking for something to do this weekend? Why not check out El Dorado State Park? It has everything from fishing and boating to camping and archery. Let's check it out.
So I have worked at El Dorado State Park since the summer of 2021. I have been with the Department of Wildlife and Parks since 2015 at my previous lakes, which was Pomona State Park and Eisenhower State Park up near the Topeka area. There's a myriad of activities that we have out here. Of course, you got your fishing, your recreational boating. We have probably close to 20 plus miles of walking trails out here as well. We have a ADA archery range out here. People that need to utilize a wheelchair, they have accessibility over there. We also have an ADA firing range out here. We do not have a range manager at this point in time, but we are seeking a replacement over there, and we'll have the range open as soon as we can. Something that we've been adding on throughout this summer is the BMX trails. We're about at 11 or 12 miles now. I could go on, but I'm sure anyone who's familiar with the outdoors will find something that they can do out here and have a good time. The lake is actually open year-round. We don't encourage people getting out in the lake during the winter seasons, especially on ice. Ice fishing is always a big question. I usually try to tell people that it is much safer to fish from the shoreline than get out on the ice. But that being said, it is at your own risk if you decide to do that. Fishing usually starts up in the spawn season. Here in the spring season, our fisheries biologists will be out and about shocking and collecting samples, trying to get population data. The recreational boating, again, is available year-round. We are, at the current moment, we're about 2 1/4 foot below conservation pool. Hopefully, if we get some nice April showers and spring showers, precipitation, we'll see that lake get up to where it needs to be. At that point in time, we will open up those ramps, but until we get to a safe level, those boat ramps will stay closed. So again, if you see barricades, any cones, anything up, please do not cross them, do not go around them. It is for your safety. If you want any literature about the lake, any maps, honestly, any information, you can come to the State Park office. The number for that's going to be 316-321-7180. We're located at 618 Northeast Blue Stem Road. We've got maps, we've got literature, anything and everything you could possibly want can be found at the office. We look forward to you guys coming out here, and we're just looking forward to a great season.
For Campus Edge, this is Daniel Fee, signing off.
We have one more break, but stay strong, Campus Edge. We'll be right back.
Honorary Forest Ranger Betty White here, lending a hand to my dear friend Smokey Bear, because for years he's only said,
only you can prevent wildfires.
But there's a lot more to say, like if you park your car on tall, dry grass, the hot exhaust pipe can start a wildfire. So keep the animals safe, especially the cute shirtless one. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
I am what hunger looks like in America. I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school. Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch.
Till September.
I am a single father of 2 who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Thanks for sticking around. Unfortunately, we've run out of stories to share.
So soon, our reporters will have to get on that stat. We only have one more show this spring.
They are already working on the final stories of the semester, but if you can't wait, you can view past episodes on our YouTube channel, Arktos Moving Images.
We hope to see you there, but for now, this has been
the Campus Edge.